at this!
Hi, I'm Brad Knowles, producer of Friday Night Flies, hosted by Scott LeBoldis and Scotty Holmes. Enjoy the show. Okay, Scotty Holmes, you there, buddy?
Okay,
Here,
yeah,
you're
Friday
sitting
night.
down a little lower than the rest of us were, so
okay,
I'm just going to
yeah,
bring that down so make sure we get a little bit more.
Okay, well, there you go.
There you are, perfect, looking good, bud.
Okay, well, it's Friday night. You see that hat I got on there?
Hey, Mustad is in the house!
Do you see that hat? Well,
Right.
they were kind enough to send us a box load. I got a box full of hooks out there, and tonight I'm using one of their hooks. I can't tell you, we are just super stoked having Mustad on board as a sponsor.
Yeah, Mustad is a big
Yeah,
hook
Mustad's
company. Wear that hat proud, brother.
Yeah, I'm wearing that proud. There's the hook of the evening. There, we'll put it down low. You can see it there.
Yeah, you're on the money right there, buddy.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, I want to put out a big thank you to
Can't go too
Mustad.
crazy left or right because you're coming in and out of the camera.
Okay, we don't want to do that, and then you can't see the nice hat.
That's right.
Okay. Well, so did my thanks. Tonight, the lakes are starting to become water again. It's no longer ice. Like, I haven't been up north of here, but definitely as you're going towards Whistler, and in the Whistler area, the lakes are coming ice free, and that means we're going to be doing some still water fishing pretty soon. Like 1 mile, the lake right in town here.
You know what? I think Scott was actually out today. He went and worked over Ivy Lake.
Oh, did he?
Ivy's open.
Ivy's open, so there you go. So it's time for your still water patterns, and a boatman.
Banging Stillwater.
Yeah, I love it. I love early.
It's a
I love
staple.
early lake season. It's one of my favorites.
It's a staple early.
Yeah, it is. So I'm tying a boatman. This has been it's an all year pattern. You can use it in the spring. You can use it in the fall. You can use it in the summer. You can as it says in the description. You can troll it. You can strip it. You can cast it.
It's one of those patterns that it's hard to mess up.
Yeah, it really is hard to mess up. Well, and they're super easy to tie. And they're it's easy to fill your box. You can use a few different color variations. You go from your greens to your tans to some of your lighter colors. One of my favorites that I use up in the lakes around Lillooet is more of, well, I'll actually show you.
Oh, there it is.
So there it is.
There it is. I'll show you.
Yeah, it's this one here. This that one right there. The one right there in the middle.
The one in the middle.
Yeah, that one in the
black
middle.
And blonde.
And which is the other one that I really like? This one here does really well with the pink bead.
Up a little bit. Up,
sorry.
Yeah, up a little. There you go.
The one with the pink bead.
Yeah.
And the one with the red bead. Yeah, those are all. I use them a little bit around here, Boatman. Not as much. I definitely use them a little bit more towards the interior and towards the Lillooet zone. But they're everywhere. Boatmen are in the water.
They are everywhere.
They are
They're
everywhere.
a staple.
So yeah, you can't
Here,
go
you know
wrong.
what I'm going to do? I'm going to go down to the bottom camera there. Just give it a slow roll. Let's
Okay, let's give it a slow roll. Okay, so
somehow that the thing is not center. If you can push, you know what? We're going to leave it where it is.
okay, yeah,
if we
it's
start
not
moving-
perfect, but it's there. Okay, so there you go. I mean, the essence of a boatman is the hard back, the 2 legs. I think the last boatman that I tied a few years ago, I was saying that I didn't have any boatmen, so I just took a Prince Nymph and just stripped it back and left myself with one and used that, and that worked. But yeah, it's a good all around pattern for fish, and you can fish it as a backswimmer, which is on top of it, like closer to the top of the surface, or you can fish it as a true boatman, which is more of on the bottom. So
Yeah, bombing around. They
bombing
move.
around.
They
Yeah,
move.
They move. Okay,
Those,
so
those big legs are
yeah,
like.
so
oars.
let's get that out of the vise and start tying.
Are you? Murray?
Oh, you know what I forgot over there, Ethan?
Yes, sir.
I forgot my flash. It's in my. It should
Kevin
be in my
home
box.
now? You guys gonna go do your drift or what?
Tomorrow.
He's home?
No.
Okay, well we got that in there. Is there crystal flash in there?
No.
Did you forget your crystal
I
flash?
just need crystal flash.
I've got the flasher, boo. I don't really have any. You know what I do have? I've got this. This will work. It's really similar. It's like a diamond wing fiber. Is it? I don't have crystal flash.
I'll buy some.
Crystal flash right behind you.
Yeah.
Oh, which color? That one? Which color?
We're gonna go for
Silver? Like natural?
clear. Yeah, natural. Yeah. Get that out. Okay, well, so that was a.
Right. It's pretty handy having that wall.
It's pretty handy having the store here. Yeah, and you know what? It just so happens I'm out of this color anyway, so a little substitution. But as you can see, it's got the iridescence. It sort of glows with multiple different colors, some greens and some whites and some reds, and that's pretty similar to the one that I have. Because I was gonna say, it's It's
Are you going for a fish right now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
didn't have the vice quite tight enough there. The crystal flash I have, it's called light blue, and it does not look light blue. It kind of looks translucent, like a lot of different colors. So that's what they call it, is light blue. So we're gonna go with that. So we got our thread on, and we're just gonna tie our tail on. And you want to keep the tail pretty sparse. You're not looking for a big bulky tail, if I can ever get into the package. What happens when you get old, your fingers don't want to work the way they used to. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're in. So I'm just going to take one fiber, and I'm going to double it up, and fold it again, and then I'm going to cut it again. Okay, so 4 strands. I'm going to cut them. Make sure you keep them on top. Just give them a little trim before I tie them down. And you're not worried really too much about anything other than just keeping your body consistent. Those tied in. We're going to go back to the barb of the hook. And I want it to be about 2/3 of the body. So something like that. And Brad's made a big mess here from tying his
Oh yeah,
Moto Minnow, so I'm going to just get my thread worked in, get that all locked down, and then we're going to put on our thin skin. There you go. We got our piece of thin skin. I already cut it. It's about maybe 4 millimeters wide, maybe a little bit bigger. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim the end, taper it a little bit. And then I'm going to make a little slash, sort of, and not very big, just a little teeny cut where I'm going to tie it in. Because one of the things about a Boatman is their profile is actually, it's bigger at the back and it gets narrower to the front. And the skin, if you don't make some little relief cuts, it's just easier to get it to, when you tie it back, when you fold it back. Oh, and make sure that you have the glossy side up. That little slot that I cut needs to line up. I'm going to move it so I can see it better with where your tail is going to start. Come on. Yeah. And you want to make sure you get this right in terms of your skin. Get it locked down on there so it doesn't come off.
Looking good so far, Scotty Holmes. Looking real good, buddy.
Yeah, well, the old hands, eh?
Feel a little shaky on those small flies?
I haven't been tying. I've been tying mostly streamers. I've been on the lefty cray pick. So we're going to bring it back and we're going to tie on our dubbing. So the key to the dubbing is that you have to dub it a little bit more than you'd normally feel is right, because you want to build, and a little bit, you want it to be tight too, because you don't want it to just fall apart. So we're going to get some ice dub. Nice thing is this ice dub is super easy to work with. I've tied a few with the spiky squirrel, and it definitely, getting the shape is a little bit harder. So take your time. Rework it if you have to, because you'd be happier with the shape of your fly overall if you just take a little bit of time with your dubbing. And I broke my thread. I think I cut my thread is what I did. I think it got caught on that little hook. And then when I touched it, it broke, but no big deal. You just continue dubbing up the hook. I usually tie, as I've said before, I tie with my vise up higher, so I'm sitting right across. I'm sort of looking down at it. It's a little bit more, it's a little bit different than what I'm regular, when I'm tying at my bench. Yep, that's looking pretty good. And then for the head, I'm going to tie on a little bit of the darker. This is the Ice Dub Peacock. Give it a little bit of green and a little bit of darker tinge at the head.
Hope flies come along nice. You're getting home.
Yep, slowly but surely. Brad's getting ready. He's just sort of popping by and making the odd comment. And as Ethan's standing with his phone and his waiters waiting to go.
We're all waiting.
The boys are eager to go fishing, that's for sure. Okay. Yeah, maybe it's a touch more. We'll see. Okay. Now we're going to wrap our thin skin up. And just do a couple loose wraps just to make sure that it's sitting where you want it. And there you go. Basically sitting where we want it. And then we're going to put a couple secure wraps in there before I cut it off. Okay. Now we're going to trim it off. Give it a pull. That way you won't have a little tag left there at the end. Okay, so there we go. Oh my God. Okay, well, when all fails, then we're going to put our legs on. Should have put my legs on before I put my thin skin on, but let's see if I can save this. I don't have anybody. And I want them just to go almost to the back of the tail. The legs should have gone before I put the thin skin on. But we'll have to go with this because I'm not stripping it back. And lots of guys tie them with the legs right in the front. They're a little bit. Oh my God. Okay, well, we're gonna go with that. And then just the legs are a little bit. See, Ethan, if you would have been watching, you probably would have said, "Hey,
Oh yeah.
what about your legs?"
A little WD-40 in that bobbin.
You want to run the controls here? There's probably a lot of people wanting to question that.
You probably just trying to have it.
Oh. Boatman, yeah. But, Scotty, you know what I did? Is I put my legs in at the top. I should have gone in. I had already pulled my thin skin on. It's fine. Can you pass me?
It'll still swim.
Yeah, it'll still swim. Oh, I got it right here. Oh, and now I just bumped the camera.
Their
What's
legs
that?
are straight out when they sit resting, so. I know.
Trying to have to fit his head.
Yeah.
Hey.
Struggle is real.
Well, him and I have got the same sized head.
Do my jacket.
I don't know. I'm going to be making a phone call to Mustang.
I love your hat.
And now all I'm doing, guys, I'm just putting on a little bit of Solar as
All your fucking color.
Yeah.
bone dry.
Yeah, I could have like high riding on my head like this.
It puts me like a stick in the road.
And we'll throw Kira on there, let her smoke.
Smoke it.
You brat.
I know. I'm fishing most of that.
Okay. Bam, she's done. That's the nice thing about that Solar as Cure. Hard as nails in seconds.
Top is 4,
So there you go, folks.
or up top is 3. Sorry.
The legs definitely aren't going to have any problems by not sticking out, so that's good. Sometimes you tend, if you wrap them down lower, they tend to do a little bit too much of this.
Give her a little slow roll for us there.
Okay,
Slowly
okay.
without your fingers in the way. Sit up a little taller there, so I don't see your chin. There you go. Gets her in focus. Looking good.
Sit up a little.
Looking good. All right, you can slouch again. I took you up top.
Okay. Well, sometimes things happen. It turned out all right. As I said, this whole fly, you can put the legs back a little bit further in the body, or like I've seen tons of them tied with the legs right at the top, just like it is right now. It's going to catch fish no matter what, no matter where your legs are. Even if you didn't have legs, I've had them where they've had the legs stripped off and they're still catching fish, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so the lakes are open. Scotty was up at Ivy Lake today. Oh,
There's still ice on all the lakes.
yeah.
Give us
Yeah.
a week.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, the lakes are coming. The lakes are coming. Ready to fish. I'm ready to go. I'm not going fishing right now, but the boys are heading out. Gonna go catch some cutties.
Yeah.
Friday night cutties. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, well, Scotty Holmes. Time flies with the boys. Until next time, bang!